We officially get started. All right. So thank you everyone for being here. Very, very excited to have David here. David is a very dear friend of mine. He happened to be one of my students back in my days at the University of Houston, and over time, of course, I love for all my students to become friends and to share your success, which David has done throughout the years. He's been so giving and caring towards all the students and for giving you guys opportunities. So one of the things we talked about, he invited me to come and check out the Del Coronado, which is where his home base is in California. And while we were there, we talked about how great it would be if we could get MTSU students out to experience the Dell for some of their seasonal offerings and then hopefully even beyond. Ironically, one of David's employees happened to be an MTSU alum. He recently left, but he was one of my master's students. And so I love the connection we have there. And so with that, I would love to know more about these opportunities that you have, David, and ways that the students could apply for that.
Yeah, so we hire, so the Dell is a busy hotel year round. We're always busy, but we are really busy. We follow the school schedule. So President's Week, Martin Luther King weekend, all those like long weeks that you guys are off too. We get really, really busy because that's when everybody wants to travel and they want to come. And San Diego is known for their amazing weather and 75 degrees and sunny. But there's really two busy times of the year that we get like really, really, really busy. And that's summer. So from Memorial Day to Labor Day, and then the holiday festive season, which is from Thanksgiving to New Year's. Those are the two times that we get like crazy busy where we can't handle it. And we end up hiring a lot of what we call seasonal team members. And that could be in recreation, that could be in concierge, that could be in food and beverage, that could be in banquets, that could be in, um, that's probably the three biggest ones, valet, parking cars and whatnot. Those are the biggest ones, but we hire probably between 300 to 500 people for the summer, and then we hire about 300 to 500 people for festive. And if I were in your guys' shoes, I mean, the Dell, I think you've all done your research. It sounds like the Dell is one of the most iconic properties in the world. Um, Having the Dell on your resume is is going to get you your next job, like what I just said, right? When you think about taking a job, people are going to see the Dell on your resume. The Dell is the third highest revenue generating property in Hilton worldwide. I'll say that again. It is the third highest revenue generating property in Hilton worldwide, right? So Hilton is the second largest hospitality company in the world, and this is the third highest revenue generating property in that company, which is pretty crazy. $362 million is more than most of the companies, publicly traded companies that trade on the NASDAQ. And those are companies. This is one hotel. So having the Dell on your resume is great. It's in your off season from school. You guys need to work. You guys need to get internships. If I were you, Maddie, Sierra, Christine, I would be saying, hey, can we go rent a short term? We go back to the Airbnb. But can we get an Airbnb for the summer and split the rent on it, and we can all work at the Dell, right? That's an opportunity, huge opportunity. I know San Diego's, we don't have housing through the hotel, but I would get your two best friends, three best friends, and come spend the summer in San Diego and see a different way of life, and then go back to Tennessee, right, at the end of it. And that's an opportunity. And as Professor Whalen said, it is easier to do it now than it is to do it later when you have a significant other, or you own property, or you have children, or your parents get older and they get sick, or you feel the need to be home. It's a lot easier to do it now. And spending a summer in California, I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to spend a summer in California? And you get to make money doing it. And the wages, I mean, they vary depending on the role. But the cheapest wage that I think that we hire on property is like $25 an hour, something like that. So we pay pretty well, and you'll get 40 hours. So you'll make good money. You'll definitely be able to split your rent and pocket a lot of change. So that's definitely an opportunity. And Professor Whalen has my information. And once we get that job board out for seasonals, I'm going to send it to her. You guys can reach out to me on LinkedIn. It'll be all over that too. But you're guaranteed an interview at the Dell for sure. So oftentimes the hardest part of this industry is just knowing someone, getting your foot in the door, and getting that interview and getting, we have AI now and they just scan through resumes. Most people don't even look at resumes now. So getting forefront and center in front of someone is half the battle. That half is done for you. You guys are guaranteed an interview with me. So now the other half is just you got to interview well, right? And we have a need, you have a need, and I think this will set up your career in the long run.
I can attest that the Dell is absolutely gorgeous. Definitely a bucket list hotel as someone who loves hotels. And David does an amazing job. I was so impressed. If you saw my LinkedIn post, I absolutely mean every word that this is some of the best service I have gotten in a very, very long time. Every single person I met working there was just above and beyond. It was very, very impressive and not surprising at all knowing David for as long as I have. So, but I also, one of the things I really encourage you all, and we talk about this in class, is to get out of your comfort zone, and especially leave home if you can. We've got, excuse the construction in the background. We've gotten quite a few students this semester who work in, say, Florida or Wyoming, but I wanted to open this up to know that we do have contacts. We have people like David who work in these incredible places who offer opportunities, and there's no time like the present because the older you get, the harder it is to just pick up and go.